Look at him.
And it's green.
Yes, I give you. I do.
I don't think it'll snap off.
I don't think so.
There's knots in that light line.
That's, I'll tell you what, this, pretty rascal.
Here's that.
Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello and welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program is going to take us down to the Neuse River. We're going to be fishing for hickory shad. And Joe, it was an interesting day to say the least.
Well, we had a lot of fun. This was we always like the shad because he brings in the fishing season in the spring. And today we're actually fishing off the Neuse River in a stream that meanders back into the not really a swamp, but it just spreads out amongst the cypress trees, and really a really nice setting. It's a show that I've been wanting to do for a number of years. The shows we've done in the past have been on the rivers. Last year we were on the Cape Fear for white shad. The year before on the Tar River. But this is back off the Neuse for hickory shad. Just had a lot of fun.
You know, we talk about catching the hickory shad. Always use some light tackle on that. What are we going to use today?
Yeah, light as you can go, 6-pound test. Some people go 4, 6 is good because in this area you're going to hang up quite a bit. So yeah, a little heavier might aid you there. But using little twister tails, 1/8-ounce twister tails. We had spoons and we had darts, but we went with the twister tail, and they'll talk about it in gear time.
And Donna's going to kick up some hush puppies today.
This is a real unique recipe from her. This is a hush puppy mix with scallops and shrimp mixed in. Real tasty from her.
Well, we got a big show planned today. Stick around. There's a lot coming your way today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Well, Gene, shad fishing sort of starts the season for us, don't it?
Yes, sir, buddy. Sure does. A little frost on the pumpkin this morning for this stuff, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1st of March. We're about to the end of that. Pitch Kettle Creek. I'm looking forward to catching a few hickory shad.
Oh, yes, sir, buddy. Yeah, they seem to be doing pretty good out here. Of course, it's a little slow right this minute, but
I think as the sun gets up a little bit and it warms up,
yeah,
we'll catch some fish. The water doesn't look real clear, but
no, it's stirred up pretty good, isn't it? We got maybe 10, 12 inches of visibility at the most.
a little more than that. It looks murky, but there's still good visibility there.
Yeah.
I've been hearing some good reports here. I'm upbeat. I think we're gonna catch some fish.
Yeah. Well, we got time. We got time. Let's hope we do anyway.
We've got plenty of bait.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Got one. My first shad of the season.
Not yet, you had.
Well, you're right about that. Oh yeah, look at there. Oh man, pull it on now. Go ahead.
Looked like a roe, what little I saw.
Yeah. Look at there. There you go. Look at him. Oh yeah, buddy.
Too.
Did it? Good deal. Good deal. Look at that. Is that a roe?
Yeah, she's a roe. She's right full of roe.
Yeah, look at her. Boy, she's pretty, ain't she? All right, let's see. Well, let's get her back in the water there.
Yeah, she was a fat, healthy fish.
Yeah, boy.
Hit close too, didn't you? Look, he caught one over there.
Right
too.
out here?
Another spoon.
I was real slow. I was running real slow. So that might be the ticket this morning. I've been kind of keeping it up in the water column a little bit, and I think I got it down about 4 or 5 feet. And but she did. She hit right there, right side the boat. Caught one when I was trying to retie. Get up on me here.
He's staying deep too. He's like when they
Good
jump
one
a little
here.
bit. There you
yeah,
go.
there you go. There you go. Let's see if we can put that thing in the net here, buddy.
Yeah, with this light tackle, I think this is like 4-pound test. Can't do a whole lot of lifting in.
He's sure staying down though, isn't he?
Yeah, I'll tire him out and run him over there. And get him up on top.
There you go. Ah, nice fish.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
That's a nice little fish there.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit that spoon, didn't he? That gold spoon. I hear you.
They're pretty little fish.
They
Good
are
fighters too.
Yes, sir, buddy. That they are. Problem is, there's just not enough of them this morning for us.
They'll come in.
It's like everybody's catching them right around us.
You know, I used to come and we used to tie up here with my daddy 40 years ago, right here in this same spot, Little
Really?
John boat.
Man,
One of the few things that hadn't changed much in 40 years.
I understand that. I'll tell you what, well, shad fishing Something I've been doing for, I don't know, 5, 6 years now. Tell you what, I can't wait till the first of the season when it starts.
It's fun.
Oh yeah, get you going.
Have you carried some home and eaten them yet?
You know, I tell you what I heard about eating shad. You know about that, don't you, with the cherry wood?
Yeah.
That's the only way I've ever heard about eating them anyways.
My brother-in-law took one home last year and ate it, and he called me. He said, "Man, that thing was like biting into a hairbrush."
You got one coming? Lord, here I am hung up. You got
Yeah,
one?
it's all right. It feels like a little fish, little buck or something. It's coming to me anyway.
Good deal. Well, it's good.
Ooh.
I hear you. Looks like you got my line.
Well,
That's cool.
they're fighting little fish,
Yeah,
aren't
all
they?
that, boy. Old man's tarpon. Look at that. Oh, he hit that chartreuse, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Got your line on
still got my
fire
line
there.
Yeah. Kurt, we moved over here on this side of the creek. A little more sun. I think the water's a little shallower. You reckon a little warm water help here?
Well, the guy that left here was catching them pretty good.
That he
pretty
was.
good. So, yeah, I think it ought to help.
Do you notice how he's holding his mouth?
Yeah, he might just be better than us, hadn't he?
Well, we've been here about 3 minutes and made several casts, and I hadn't had a bump yet of you.
No, I hadn't. But I think we'll catch some fish here. Now, you know, these fish kind of run channels. They got their course just like any other fish. They're not just swimming every which way. They're probably running right down this edge where the break in the 12-foot channel gets a little shallower up here to the swamp.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've seen several people catch them on spoons this morning, and we've caught a couple on spoons ourselves, and regretfully, I've lost mine, both of mine.
Well,
And I don't know if you still got one, I don't know.
I'm not fishing one.
Yeah.
I like fishing a single bait for shad mostly, so I'm hard-headed. If they come in here and they're biting, we'll catch them.
Yeah,
We've
that's
caught
true.
several on these.
I might believe I'm going to cast back in there see if I can catch me one of those.
No need stopping fishing, is there?
No. I reckon, do you need some net assistance?
No, I can deal with it.
You sure?
Yeah.
See if I can get back over in there and try to do something. What color did you catch him on this time?
He's just a chartreuse head with a little white twisted tail.
Oh,
You missed one?
this one myself.
Boy, he sucked that one in, Gene.
Did he? Now, he was hungry then. That must be the right bait. I think that fellow was down this way a while ago was catching with white, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, look at me. I done got so excited I'm throwing it everywhere.
He's a pretty fish. They a streamline made for speed, aren't they?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at him.
Yeah.
I hear you, boy. I hear you. Pulling that drag, isn't he? Yeah. Come to
He caught
daddy.
him on that front bait.
Yeah, he did. He hit right on that jig, didn't he? Sure did. Look at him.
And it's green.
Yes, I get you. I do.
You don't think it'll snap off?
I don't think so.
There's knots in that light line.
That's, I tell you what, that's pretty rascal.
Here's that.
Let's see. Look at the colors on them. Like a rainbow, aren't they? Look at that.
That's a pretty fish.
That they are.
If
Thank you, sir.
I was going to tell you, if you shut his mouth, you can see how that lower jaw is
Oh, yeah.
unbit.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, maybe on the next one. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Those knots in that 6-pound test, can't stand it.
No. Gots to retie. I hear you, boy.
I broke off
Let's
my
see if
other-
I can get a brother, sister, cousin, or somebody.
It's good light tackle fishing.
Oh, I mean, it is, isn't it? Look at
Look
that.
at
Look
that.
at that. Yeah, boy, that's great. That's great. You need a net on that?
No, lift him in.
Oh, quick release like that.
Got to jump out of him.
I mean,
We're going to check out my... Yeah, that was a pretty jump.
it was.
I like
it
the way they
was.
come over.
Oh, yeah.
Got him on, Gene?
I got a stick on. Must have been in some shallow water. Actually, that's grass.
A little pod in here, ain't there?
Yeah.
That's a little buck there, isn't it?
Think so. Think so.
They usually jump a lot.
Yeah.
He bit that same green. Is that green or is it white on there?
Yeah, he did. Okay, baby, let me get up on there. There you go.
Fish came all the way from the ocean, swam all the way up the
From the
Noose
ocean.
River
That's amazing, isn't it?
to meet you here.
That's amazing. Yeah. It was
Look,
born
shut-
here a few years ago.
Yeah, shut his mouth and see how it doesn't shut square.
Shut his mouth. Oh, let's catch a no and do that.
That's what we said last time, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Has that got metal flake in it?
Yes.
That's 2 in a row on that thing. I think I'm gonna put one of them on.
Well, I got a few in that box down there if you want some.
I ought to tie the whole, just a whole nother one on.
Yeah, this little spot right here has produced a few fish for us right here recently, which is good.
Well, it's
Looks
not
like a
hot,
little-
not hot and heavy, but we're banging away at it, and you
Yeah.
know.
Looks like kind of a little passageway to another spot over there where it's opened up somewhat in the trees.
Pretty deep underneath of us.
Yeah, I think it's like 10, 11 foot right here, but we're casting up, I believe, in about 5 or 6 foot.
I dropped it on his head, Gene. I never
you
even
got
got a
one
good.
more?
Yeah, I never even got a good crank on it.
Good deal.
I guarantee you, he was at top,
That's great.
staying down
He's
kind of
pulling pretty
deep.
good. Oh, nice fish. Nice fish.
Didn't want to jump though, does he?
You see that I threw right in there behind you, didn't you?
That fish wants to stay down.
Good sized fish. I'm surprised it ain't jumping in. I tell you what, they're pretty. You see that? See them glisten in the water like that? That's sweet.
I'm trying to lift her right in here.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I
taking
don't know if
drag.
you're gonna do that or not.
Well, that lit that one.
There you go.
There you go, little tail dancing.
That's nice there now. That's a nice fish. You see how much I'm helping you with it, don't you?
I don't blame you.
Trying to get me one on.
She's right full of roe.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoop. Oh boy.
Scared of you, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's some good eating that roe, but I always feel kind of bad.
Do you, I mean, do they just cook the roe by itself? or-
Mm-hmm. Fried up good and crisp.
Really? I've
Texas.
heard of roe and eggs and stuff and had that when I was a young man, but, or a kid, I guess.
I like a roe just fried up good and crisp with some Texas Pete on it, some fresh loaf bread.
It's about lunchtime. I'm getting hungry.
That's right.
Better stop that.
Joe, normally about now we'd be talking about a good day of fishing, but this particular time we'd had a tough day.
Yeah, the guys had to work at it a little bit that day. We a couple of days before they had guys were catching 60 and 70 fish in the morning, and this particular day it was nothing. It was a pretty day. It was nothing abnormal about it. It was just that's the way the shad when they move in, they're migrating into spawn. So you basically fish waves of fish, you know. And if you hit a good day, you can catch 70 fish in the morning. That day I think we ended up with 12 or 15 fish, which is still good, but they had to work a little harder for them.
It was a tough day. Let's find out more. Let's go to gear time.
Well, we've had a good time this morning, haven't we?
Yeah, that's fun. Shad fishing is always fun. That's good light tackle fishing.
Start the year off right.
That's
You know,
right.
It's I don't know, about 10th day of March, something like that, and water temperature out here looks like it's about 49, 50 degrees, and I guess they're starting to move around pretty good in here. I don't know. We caught a lot of fish in the shallows, but I don't know.
Yeah, hard to say. That could be because the water wasn't quite as deep there and the visibility was better. I know most of the fish we caught were kind of high to the surface. That's probably a visibility oriented thing.
Yeah, it took us a while to figure that out, though, didn't it?
Yeah, well, we watch other people and we can adjust.
True.
That's part of fishing.
True.
I'll tell you, light tackle fishing for shad, it's just fun. They jump a lot. This is a 5'3", ultralight 4-pound test. I love fishing a place like this in the trees. It's easy. It doesn't get hung up.
Right.
I shad fish some off the bank, you know, and I've got Still a 6-pound test, about as small as you can get reel, and it's a 6.6. Gives you more distance if you're fishing off the bank or not in a jammed up place, but it'll get you in the trees in here.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd
for
say it'd
sure.
be a pretty good rule of thumb. Any rod that's a good speckled trout rod,
Right.
you're pretty much in the ballpark for a shad.
Well, actually, fishing for this shad was a lot like fishing for speckled trout today. I
It
mean,
was?
it was a lot of similarities.
A lot of
you know.
similarities.
We were trying to find them in the water column. We started off and trying to catch them deep, and we caught a few deep, and then it seemed like they slowed up, and we were sort of watching a few other people, like we said earlier, and we finally caught them in the upper 2/3 of the water column, I think.
I think that was a visibility oriented thing.
Yeah.
I like carrying a dip net with me. If you're using this light tackle, a lot of the traditional rigs that people use, and we lost most of our spoons because the shiny spoons, caught fish, but you lose a double rig more. Tying on this light pound test line, when you have an extra knot in your line, you're more prone to break it off. You can't hardly lift a, 1.5 pound, 2-pound fish in without maybe snapping into the knot. It's just a weak spot.
True.
Traditional bait, spoon for shad, been used for years. Mostly gold and silver are favorites, but there's a lot of colors out there.
Right.
Shad darts. Fished with them for years, different sizes. That's probably the standby right here with that orange tip and white.
Yep.
What I've used the last several years, just because I like the way it fishes, you can tell where it is in the depth of the water, is just a single little twist of tail, and mostly I cast an 1/8 ounce head. I like a pink with a white or a pink with a chartreuse, and I like the chartreuse with flakes in it, and I like a straight chartreuse. They're cheap. You can get a pack of 20 or 25 for the same price as you can get a couple shad rigs, and you got more control of it. I think it casts further, and if you lose it, hey, tie on another one.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I started out with a traditional rig today, and it didn't take me long to change after you started catching fish, and I wasn't catching any.
Well, that's because we lost all the.
Well, that's true too.
I'll tell you something you put me on a couple years ago. Real Magic, just a silicone spray with light pound test. Spray it on your line, you cast better, and it just makes it easier. I enjoyed it. Good day.
Man, I enjoyed it too. You take care.
Let's do it.
All right, buddy.
Well, I hope you can use that information if you're headed out fishing for shad anytime soon. Now, let's catch up with Donna. She's in the kitchen. She's got a recipe for hush puppies with scallops and shrimp.
Hi, welcome to Simple Cooking. Today we're going to be making some stuffed hush puppies. And this is kind of a little different way to serve hush puppies, but we're going to make them large, like a golf ball to a baseball size, and then we're going to fill them with all kinds of wonderful, yummy things. So it's a great way to use your hush puppies. You still get that great flavor, but you can stuff them with lots of fun things, and they're great when it's hot outside to stuff them with something really nice and cool, like salads, or if it's cold, you can stuff them with something a little bit more hearty. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take 3 cups of hush puppy mix with onions, and you can use the plain if you like. I like the onion flavor. So then we're going to add 1.5 cups of water to this, and you may need a little bit more or a little bit less of water depending on the humidity outside or your climate area. So if it's rainy, then you might need less, and if it's dry, then you might need a little bit more. So we're just going to mix this together until it forms a nice soft dough, and you can just, goes together really quickly, and then I need just a tad bit more water. And then you're going to let it sit for a couple minutes just so that all of the moisture is absorbed into the mixture, into the dry ingredients. And it's kind of like it's a soft dough, but it's not real sticky. So anyway, so there we have it. It's all ready to go. And we're going to go over here to my board. And what we're going to do is I'm going to use an ice cream scoop. And this way you can get kind of the same proportion every time and make them a little bit more consistent or even, uniform. Or you can just use your hands if you want to as well. So we're just going to take them like that, roll them into a ball, and then they're ready to drop into your fryer. You want to make sure that your oil is nice and hot, but not too hot. So what I'm going to do to make sure that it's ready is I'm just going to take a pinch of my hush puppy mix, and I'm just going to drop it into my fryer. and it's nice and ready to go, because if it's too hot, it'll cook too fast on the outside and your inside will be mushy or raw. And if it cooks too slow, then it's going to absorb a lot of that oil and it's going to be a little bit greasy inside. So you don't want that. So we're going to drop these in, and these will take a little bit longer to cook than, of course, your thinner hush puppies. So we're going to just scoop this up and continue doing this until they're all done. And you can cook probably 4 or 5 at one time, and then let your heat come back, your oil come back to temperature, and then go ahead and do another batch. So those are going to be cooking, and I'm going to show you what they look like when they're finished, and we're going to start filling them. So this is one of my bigger ones that I did. You can see they're just like a little hush puppy ball. And we're going to, if they're lopsided, you might want to cut off a little bit at the bottom so that they're nice and flat and stand up. So we're going to cut off a little bit at the top. And then we're just going to take our spoon and we're just going to hollow it out. And you can, if you want to put a lot of, ingredients in the middle, then hollow it out completely. If not, you can just hollow it out a little bit. And you can put great salads in here, like if you want to do a little chicken salad or a little salad, like a duck salad would be great. I have a black-eyed pea salad in mine. I have a duck and a black-eyed pea salad. I have some beet and goat cheese dip, which I really like. And then I have one that just has blue cheese in it. So you can kind of do whatever you want. Or you can buy some toppings out of the grocery store, which is always nice too. And this is just a tomato bruschetta that I found at the grocery. And I'm just going to top it, or put mine inside. And then you can top it with a little sprig of parsley if you want, and it's a great appetizer. It's kind of fun. It'd be a great thing for a side on your salads as well. So let's see, we're going to turn these. So you can see they're cooking up really nice, but they do take quite a bit longer than your regular hush puppies. So be patient, because you want to make sure that they get done throughout. And once they're finished, bring them out, let them cool a little bit, and then slice them off the top, and then hollow them out. So it'll be great. This is what they look like when they're finished. They make kind of a nice little fun appetizer or a side for a salad. So I hope you enjoy the stuffed hush puppies, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
Donna, as always, that's just a tasty recipe. Joe, let's go back. Kirk likes the twister tail.
Yeah, he mentioned in gear time he likes to use it because of the action he gets from it. He feels like he's got better control of it, knows what it's doing, knows where it is, and I've noticed more and more people are using the twister tails, and they're less expensive than the darts and the spoons. And when you're in an environment like we were in that day, where you hang up, sometimes you can get the baits back, sometimes you can't. So it might be something to consider. But the shad, what can we say about them? We try to do a shad show every year. They're available in the spring, only in the spring. They come in and spawn, both the hickory and the white, and they return to the ocean for the rest of the year. But if you've never done any shad fishing in coastal Carolina, you need to try it, because it's a natural resource. It's available. The populations are good and healthy right now, and go give it a try.
Shad fishing, just another great reason to fish in North Carolina.
Absolutely.
For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.